single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day.
Hello, welcome to Tomorrow Again. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already subscribed. And I wanted to take a minute to thank all of you who have been subscribed to this channel. I really appreciate it. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about lessons in life. A friend of mine, I had a conversation with a friend of mine earlier today, and we were discussing if we were asked to do a speech to a graduating class, what would that speech be? What lessons in life would we be able to tell the graduating class of 2020 to make their lives a little bit more productive or a little bit easier? Well, here's my advice, and once again, it's my advice. Number one, and I'm really passionate about this one, save your money. Pick a small amount of money to save every time you get paid. Take a small amount of money. The ideal is not to take a huge amount of money to save, because you're more than likely to go back and retrieve some of the money whenever you're broke. So take a small amount of money and, you know, some sort of zip up bag, and, you know, it could be $5, $10, it could be $3, but be consistent. Every time you get paid, you must deposit this money in your zip bag, and then when you get a certain amount of money saved, then you can deposit that in the bank in an account that you never ever touch. And the understanding being, there is no specific end date to the save. You just need to develop the habit of saving money. I cannot stress that enough, and I know everyone says that, but I'm going to have to agree with that. Save your money. Number two, develop a skill, and it may take going to college and graduating with a bachelor's degree. It may require a PhD. It may require vocational training or some specific short-term training, you know, 3 months, 6 months training. Whatever it is, make sure you have credentials. That is very important, and make sure you have the skill to use to make a living. This is very important. Don't be afraid to spend the time and do the time. Invest in yourself. And then later, I believe, later down the road, even if you don't use that skill immediately, you'll always have that skill or that license or that degree or that diploma. And this must be something that is more advanced than high school. So you want to always make sure that on paper, you're the best of the best. Number three, love. Don't spend a whole lot of time when you're 18, 19 years old looking for love. As a matter of fact, don't look for love. Without a doubt, it'll come to you as you improve yourself, as you hone in on these skills and you love yourself. And I'm going to get into a little bit later what that means to me, loving yourself. So love is very important, but at this juncture, it is more important to love yourself, to understand yourself so that you can love yourself unconditionally. Number four, do not allow fear or phobias to dictate your decisions in life. That is an early bad mistake. Make sure that you get a hold of these fears. Get rid of them. Get rid of these phobias and fears. If it means, you know, visiting a doctor, talking to, you know, a physician about these fears or phobias, maybe even getting counseling, or maybe even just head on facing your fears. Don't allow fears to dictate to you. Fear is a lie anyway. Most of your fears never ever come into fruition. Number five, be gracious. Be grateful. Show gratitude in everything that comes your way. Even some of the bad things you can learn a lesson from. You can be grateful for some of those things. Also, lastly, develop healthy habits. This may sound like a cliche, it may sound like, yeah, right, but it is imperative that you do that. Leave the bad habits to the naysayers. If other people want to smoke, drink alcohol, do drugs, overeat, or whatever those bad habits may be, say no to those types of habits and develop good habits that will increase your life expectancy, that will increase the quality of your life. This is a lifelong progress. And these things, this advice that I give to you is from lessons learned in my own life and lessons learned in observing other people's lives and just lessons in general. These are tried and true acknowledgments. These are tried and true methods to have a stronger, healthier life. And this advice doesn't have to be just for 18-year-olds. This advice could go for anyone. It's never too late to improve the quality of your life and to work on yourself. And while you're working on yourself, leave love. If you don't have a significant other, great. This is the perfect time to really indulge in yourself and what's right for you and to build this self into the best self ever. That is extremely important. And once you understand who you are, that's when you will begin to love yourself more and more. So, the first step in love, in self-love, is to give yourself the best opportunity, the best of the best, to make yourself stronger. Mentally, physically, intellectually, financially. Build a strong you. And then celebrate who you are every step of the way. This is part 1. I'm going to do a part 2 in my next video, life lessons. And for those of you who might be struggling on some things, struggling to get through some things, you have to understand and you have to know that this is temporary. Everything is temporary. The good, the bad, the indifferent, everything is temporary. Use your understanding and your knowledge, whatever step you are in life, use that as a survival skill. No matter what you're going through, this is temporary. This too shall pass. Remember that. I tell you this, I express this to you with every bit of passion that I can, that no matter what you're going through, no matter what you might be facing tomorrow or next week or a month from now or right now, it is temporary. Hang on to your strength. Hang on to your strength and get through this. And then once you get through this, remember to be grateful for the experience, to be grateful that you came out okay, because you will. Also make sure that you pass knowledge on to the next person. Share what you've learned. This is Tomorrow again. Wishing you guys the best of the best. Thank you. So just squat and come over here and just say, wishing you the best of the best. Go.
Wishing you the best of the best.